You guys, welcome back to another episode of the Might Delete Later podcast. You know who I am. I'm in the building. We've got Julia with us again. Julia, how's everything going?
Everything's going great.
Everything's going great. How has everything been with life in general? Because I know life is interesting for everyone right now.
Very. Everything's fine. I just had my birthday.
Birthday.
Yes, I hit another decade.
Wow.
Yes.
20, huh?
Yes, 20. Or should I say 30? Because I could still be able to drink, right? No.
Yes. She's 30. She is 30. Don't let nobody else tell you anything different. I saw that you checked out The Mandalorian.
Yes, I did.
How did you think about that movie? What did you feel?
For me, I felt like it was a decent movie. I felt like we just saw season 4 on
That's
the big
what
screen.
it was. That's what it was.
But
That's what everybody said. They were like, okay, they just pieced together another season and threw it up there. Well, it's because Star Wars hasn't been in the theater since 2019.
yes,
That was the last Star Wars movie. And they said, we got to get a movie out.
yeah.
So they just got that up there. They have one coming next year that's a real movie.
Okay.
It's called Starfighter.
Okay.
And it's starring Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
So that,
Oh, he's coming back, huh?
yeah, that's a real movie. Like this one, so yeah, a lot of people said the same thing. It's just a TV show.
Yeah, but it was still fun. Like visuals, awesome. You can never take that away from Star Wars. That's
Yeah.
one thing. The creatures were great. The fight scenes were awesome. I thought they were dope. It for me, I don't want to say too much, but it was of course focused on a old villain type, but.
The
the
one of the
Hutts,
Hutts.
the Hutts,
Rod
yeah.
of the Hut, I think.
Yep, you're right.
I know
yeah.
all of. I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah,
it, but I know all about.
but it was.
I know people. I know people.
Yeah, it was just the strangest thing. Oh, because I don't want to say too much too. But let's say I'm just so used to the Hutts speaking in their language.
And when they were speaking English.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
so my mind is like trying to process, like, I'm a,
Yeah.
sci-fi girl. So I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty good for what it's worth. It's giving like father-son
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
There is a slow part, but then it picks up again.
Yeah, I heard the opening scene was like one of the greatest things, that opening scene. But then after that, they said the movie just kind of was like, okay.
Yes. I thought it was decent, but it was so funny because, I did the past 9 p.m. seats.
Oh, shoot.
I was tired.
So you probably about an hour in.
Yeah,
you
with the seats going.
Oh, and you did the 40X one? Oh, my God.
And then I looked to my left because, I went with my partner and then our daughter. She was in the middle just.
Oh,
And then so I see
my
this kid going,
God.
sliding down. It was
Oh,
like,
my God.
and so I asked her, I was like, what did you think of it? She goes, it just reminds me of the show that you watch. And I'm like,
Yeah. That's pretty much
That's
what
what
it
it is.
was. So I don't think it's going to do a huge weekend-wise. Like, money-wise, it's the lowest Star Wars box office ever as of right now.
really? I did not. Okay.
Because people didn't really like season 3 that much.
That's true.
People-
Season 1, I
Season
feel like
one-
was the best one for me.
Okay. Yeah.
And
And,
then,
I liked season 2. Of course, you had somebody show up at the end. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody at the end of season 2. But yeah, season 3 kind of like across the board people didn't like.
Yeah.
And
yes,
then they
same.
said, oh, there's a season people didn't like. Let's do a movie now. People aren't going to go see the movie.
Well, yeah. Well, some people like me. No.
Yeah, people aren't going to see the movie. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go see it.
Okay.
I've got other movies coming out here. I'm 50-50 on the He-Man movie because, grew up with He-Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to see the new Scary Movie. They have a new Scary Movie coming out.
I don't.
And the Wayans are back,
Okay.
and they're talking about current things now. So they're
Okay.
throwing sinners in there. They're throwing weapons. There's a lot of current stuff that they're making fun of. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I want to go see that now. I want to go see it. So there's a bunch of scary movies out that I want to see.
Yeah. I
So
can watch
Obsession is
that
out.
looks crazy. That's the
Yes.
one with the wish, right?
Yeah, he makes the
a
wish and the girl goes nuts.
Yep.
There's Obsession. The Backrooms
Yep.
comes out in 3 days, I think.
Yes.
Something like that. So it's a good It's a good year for horror movies.
Oh yeah.
It's a good year for horror movies.
Yeah.
But you're not a horror fan, right?
No, on the TV, I could watch it on the TV, but in the movie theaters, I'm the type that will scream, so it's best for me not to go because I'm literally like this. Oh my god, I can't watch it.
No.
I'm the worst person to sit next to during a horror film.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, it's a good year for horror movies. And so Michael Jackson, you saw that one?
No, I
didn't see it yet.
No, I didn't see it yet. Don't. I know. I saw Devil Wears Prada 2, and then I saw Mortal Kombat 11.
You saw Mortal Kombat before you saw Michael.
I know. I'm gonna watch it. I will watch it.
What happened?
I don't know. I will watch it.
I wanted to talk about the Michael movie, but you ain't seen it.
We can still talk about it. Here, you could tell me.
Man. Well, I mean, there's nothing in it that, you didn't know, and that was kind of the problem for some of the critics.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed the movie a lot. They laid the groundwork for what could happen in a part 2, and the movie is done so well that they are doing a part 2.
Okay, yeah, that's what I heard.
They are doing a part 2, but they laid the groundwork for. He liked being around kids. He had these issues with Joe, of course. Joe was the villain. The dad was the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see why Janet Jackson, well, I'm assuming the reason why Janet Jackson wasn't in the movie. And I think Rebe might be the oldest daughter or the oldest sister. She wasn't in the movie either. Okay. The only female sibling that was in the movie was LaToya. That was the only one that had a character. But I looked at some old interviews of Janet Jackson, and she was talking about Joe Jackson, her dad, saying that, they have a better relationship now, and but she said, she wasn't as negative about him as everyone else. Oh. So the movie made him he was Thanos in the movie. He was like, all the way down to Michael turned the light on and he's standing there in the dark. Like, oh my God.
See, I would have screamed.
Yeah, so all the way down to them type of shots where Michael going through the refrigerator and then he closed the refrigerator and Joe's on the other side.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
Was it jump scares?
Yeah. So he was Thanos, and I would assume, just because Janet said she didn't want to be in the movie, I would assume maybe she had a problem with that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she had a problem with them portraying Joe as only evil.
That's true. Yeah.
But I could be wrong. But just going back, because I was like, I'm curious now why she didn't want to be in the movie. And then I started looking back at her old interviews about, because she was on Piers Morgan talking about Joe Jackson. And she was like, yeah, we had a complicated relationship, but so she was a little more complimentary to him than to Joe as everyone else was. Because really, Joe was a gift and a curse in that movie. He beat their ass. He did all of that, especially Michael. Michael got beat in the movie more than anyone else. But without him, I don't know if they would have been who they were.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's
so,
like a...
So it was like a gift and a curse with him. So I was hoping you would have seen that.
I will. Okay, I will watch it. I will watch it.
Wow, you didn't see that. Then, of course, Drake came out with the new 3 albums, apparently.
Yes.
I don't know. I listened to the Iceman one.
I think that was the better. That one was the best one out of the 2.
Out of the 3? Because he did 3.
Out of the 3. Out of the 3. Yeah, out of the 3.
Now, how do you feel about Drake after everything? Because there's some people that, feel differently about Drake.
For me, I'm gonna be honest, I was never really a Drake fan.
Okay.
But his music isn't really my type of vibe.
Okay.
He did lose the battle.
Absolutely.
But then,
because when you start suing, you lost.
Yeah.
When you
yeah. And then on your albums, you start dissing people, but then you're it's just
Yeah,
but then
you know,
and then but at the same time, I just feel like his album, it felt for me like it was probably some type of therapeutic thing for him to at least get stuff off his chest.
Because I know he probably was really hurt about some people switching sides on him. So he's probably really hurt about that.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the albums that he dropped is owed to him at the end of the day, and then it's he's a good artist at the end of the day too.
Yep.
So I feel like the battle shouldn't really define anybody. But then I remember when he battled Meek Mill, and he was just throwing in Meek Mill's face, and his career kind of dwindled. So it's kind of like
Yeah, he went up against the boogeyman. He went up against the boogeyman. And I know there's Drake fans. There are probably Drake fans here that are listening. I'm like, no, he won. No, he didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He did not win. No. He did not win. Because when you start suing, even though, he's suing the label, because you're suing because you lost a rap battle.
Exactly.
You're suing because you lost a rap battle. You're not, the label boosted his up and they were doing this. The reason why Drake knew that is because they do that for him normally.
Yes. Yeah.
They boost his music up, so that's how he knew what the label was doing.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It's fine when they do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
Fine when they do it for him. But I was like, okay. I listened to the Iceman. The other two, I don't really. I kind of started going through those. I know some people. I think one of them is like a whole vibe album that might be Maid of Honor, where it's Miami beats and he's speaking in his accent and doing. He's doing
and then the Maid of Honor too. I think that's his mom's old picture.
Okay,
she's really pretty. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then the Habidi is supposed to. I think
that seemed like more like an R&B one.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of singing on there, and I'm not a huge fan of Drake singing.
Same.
Not a huge fan of that. Because I'm like serious soulful R&B. So
yeah,
that's not that. So, but it was fine. It was fine. I was talking to my daughter the other day because there was a podcast I was watching. I forgot which one it was. It might have been the Joe Budden podcast. Mm-hmm. They were like, Usher and Chris Brown are going out on tour.
Yeah,
they're doing that tour, and they were like, in a versus, who wins? If the two of them were in a versus. Chris Brown versus Usher. The verses where you do your top 20, other person do their top 20 song. They're like, who would win in a versus?
I grew up on Usher. I'm that old.
as well as I grew up on Usher as well.
But then Chris Brown, I know he has a lot of fans and he has a lot of good music at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's that's a tough one.
Now, see, for me, this is why I was talking to my daughter about. I was like, and my daughter is 19. I was like, I might make some of y'all mad because I know some of y'all are Chris Brown friends. So don't get too upset with me here. But for me, Chris Brown is maybe a top 5 performer ever.
Yeah.
When you see his live show. There's nothing like Chris Brown. I actually think he's a better performer live than Usher.
Yeah, I can see that.
I believe he is when I see him live. The music, though, for me, if you take out the performing, the music for me doesn't do it. The music for me, I was telling my daughter, because I asked my daughter, I said, who are the Chris Brown people? Because he came out with a new album called Brown. And it seems that the people on the podcast, they were like, oh, my God, this is a classic. It has 27 songs on it. 27 songs.
That's a lot.
27. And they're like, it's a classic. Oh, my God, this is he's in his bag. And so I'm like, oh, man. I said, Chris Brown got a classic album. Let me listen to it. I started listening. Okay, next. Let me go to the next one. Oh, okay. That sounded just like the other one. Okay, let me go to the next one. Okay, that sounded just like the other one
to
me
my
too. I was like, I'm not going to sit through 27 songs that all sound the same.
That's a lot of songs, yeah.
To me, so it seems to me, what I said to my daughter, and my daughter was like, she said, I don't even listen to Chris Brown, so I don't know. I don't know what people see. And I was telling her, I was like, Chris Brown seems to be who the people in charge, whoever they is, wanted Omarion to be, where you specifically engineer this artist to whenever they put something out, it is automatically on the radio. It has the sound of the radio. It has the hooks on the radio. It just, you just hear it. Oh, that's a radio hit. That's a radio hit.
Yeah.
Radio hits tend to inherently not have any depth to them, though. They seem to inherently not have any soul, where it's like, okay, I'm listening to it. But so you hear it, you love it, and then you forget about it.
Yeah,
right after.
Jumpity.
Yeah, you forget about it right after you hear it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, okay. That's awesome. Okay. And maybe that's just me because I kind of demand that out of my my entertainment now.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was teenager and early 20s, I was fine with I was like, yeah, that's it, right? I was fine with it. Yeah. It didn't matter what they were talking about. But now, even out of my movies, I want more depth. I want something that I'm gonna think about after I hear it or after I see it.
Yeah,
that's what I want. So maybe that's just me, but the Chris Brown, a lot of the Chris Brown, there are hits there that do, oh, okay, that's one of them ones that you're gonna listen to over and over. But for the most part, it's just a lot of radio songs that don't have a lot of depth to them. Yeah, and I'm, like, oh, okay. That's the thing about Usher, though. Usher music has depth to it. You think you want to keep listening to something. It's soulful. And the thing with Usher is so funny is Usher's not, when you think of Usher, you don't think, oh, this is a world-class singer. Yeah. You don't think that. No. But Usher singing-wise, Usher is so technically perfect.
Yes.
He's technically perfect, but he doesn't have that big voice that, like if you listen to Johnny Gill or something like that, or even, who I'm thinking of, even Tank.
Oh yeah.
Even Tank is so good. He's technically a great singer, and he has that voice.
Oh yeah,
that you like. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
More of the John B.
Yeah, female will slip off the seat listening to Tank. So it's like Usher doesn't have that voice, but he's so technically perfect that it's and the songs are meaningful. They're not just surface level, and that's music wise. I would prefer to listen to Usher over Chris Brown.
Me too, actually.
Music wise, just music, people. Performance wise, I would pay to go see Chris Brown perform.
And he meets his fans.
You know what I mean? Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of those, him meeting his fans. But I would pay to go see Chris Brown perform over Usher.
Yeah, I could see that.
So that's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah, no, I think I'll agree with you. I don't know if it's probably because of our generation, maybe, or like because we're the older one. Because I know.
Well, but see, I'm pretty on top of like the younger music, and especially with my girls, and my middle one is 19. She's a singer. So and I just showed you my youngest one's a huge dancer. She was doing some stuff in Los Angeles today. People, it's interesting.
Yes, I hope you're having fun.
So I'm still kind of in tune with the music. I haven't went complete old head yet. I haven't went complete old head yet.
Oh you have? God. Yeah, I was listening. I was slapping some Cisco the other day.
Oh,
I
man.
was like, yes.
Wow. Now, Cisco's
Drew
interesting.
Hill,
Drew Hill's great. I love Drew Hill. I love Drew Hill. I love Drew Hill. But Cisco's interesting because that first album was great. That second one was like a whole techno album.
I know, yeah.
And I'm like, what
are you doing?
What was happening here?
What are you doing?
Cisco was chasing that thong song hit. He's still chasing it, I think. Cisco's still chasing.
He's probably living in the past.
It's like, Cisco, it's a rap, bro. It's a rap. But he was chasing, but like voice-wise, Drew Hill said that was great. But I haven't gone full old head yet.
Okay.
I'm not full old
you're
head
like
yet. So
kinda-
I'm still in there listening to some of the younger stuff, and like I'm not like a lot of the older people. Oh, the young stuff's terrible. That's the. I don't think so. There's a lot of good younger artists out there still. So
Yeah.
there, it's just I think the thing now is everybody can make music in their living room now
Yeah.
if they wanted to. So I think that's why we don't have some of the artists when we were younger, because they were developed.
Yeah.
They took time. They were developed from the music label or the record label developed them, and they took time. Like we don't have a Mario because Mario was developed. Mario's developed.
Yep.
And what's so funny about Mario? I was telling somebody else. I was like, Mario's new stuff sucks.
It does.
It's so bad. What?
Yeah.
I was like, who's writing his songs? I was like, Mario, you have this amazing voice. You could be who Usher is right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you need someone writing your songs because these songs are boring as shit.
Yeah. No, they are. I was listening to a few of his songs the other day too. Which song was it? I have to look it up.
Oh, Mario?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like him too.
Yeah, Mario's. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But it's in the writing of the music.
Yeah.
For Mario. That's where he's lacking.
Yeah.
Whoever he has writing songs for him, they need to be fired. He should have went to Jermaine Dupri the same way Usher did when Usher came out with Confessions.
Oh, that was a good album.
That was Jermaine
gosh.
Dupri, and I think My Way was some Jermaine Dupri, and I think maybe some Babyface on that album.
I know Babyface.
Yeah, I think
a lot. With
I
that.
think that was both of them kind of there, and then Confessions across the board was Jermaine Dupri.
Okay, he did really.
Mario should have did that.
Yeah,
Mario should have said
Jermaine
or whoever was hot. I think Pharrell was hot at the time, but I mean more Jermaine because Jermaine's stuff's a little bit more soulful than Pharrell. So go to Jermaine Dupri. Mario put out a class.
Yes, and
I don't think Mario has a classic album.
He doesn't. Oh.
He has some good songs
on different albums.
On different albums, but like just like a no skip. We got into this after the Michael Jackson movie. My daughter and I we were fighting over it because she said once we left the movie, she was like, "What's Michael Jackson's best album?" I was like, maybe Off the Wall or Thriller." She said, "No, you're wrong." I was like, "Really?" She said, "It's bad." I was like, I don't know. So then we pulled them up.
Yeah.
And started going through. And I was pulling up off the, like how we determined a good album was the skips. Like how many songs are you skipping?
Yep.
I pulled up Off the Wall. I was like, dang, she might be right because I'm skipping like 2 songs on Off the Wall. I'm skipping like 2 songs.
Like next one.
Thriller, I wasn't skipping any songs. Okay. But it was only, I think, 8 songs. It was 8 or 9 songs. Bad didn't have any skips.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And it was like 11 or 12 songs with no skips. And me being argumentative, I said, you know what? I'm skipping Man in the Mirror.
Knowing damn well you want to listen to it.
It was on Bad. I said, I'm skipping Man in the Mirror. How about that? There's a skip now on Bad. But no, she
was right. Admit it.
She might have been right. But then the reason why I said those other 2, Off the Wall and Thriller, is because, Quincy Jones did those. When he got to Bad, he wasn't doing Quincy Jones anymore. It was a little less, it wasn't as soulful as those other 2. And I was like, I'm going with the soulful stuff. Yeah, because, I'm going with but I looked at it. I don't think, the only other song on there I would skip is probably Bad, because who drives around listening to Bad? Yeah. I just don't want to drive around listening to that. So maybe
just roll up the windows.
But even that, still, you probably still would listen to it. It's not a skip. The only thing on there that I would probably skip is maybe Man in the Mirror, but that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it does.
So she was right. She was right that it looks like Bad doesn't have any skips.
Yeah.
Bad doesn't have any skips, and they didn't cover that they ended the movie on his Bad tour.
Okay.
That's where they ended the movie. He was starting the Bad tour.
Okay.
So I think part 2 will probably do all of those songs going forward.
Okay.
So the first movie was Off the Wall, Jackson 5, and then Thriller.
Okay.
That's was the first movie. It was all those songs. They showed the videos. They showed all that. His nephew, he deserves an Oscar.
Really? He did a really good job?
Excellent.
Okay, I got to watch it. I will watch it, everybody.
That young man was, he was excellent.
Oh, that's great.
He was so good.
Do you think this will be a start for his career?
He may not be a good actor, though.
Really? What?
He may, look, as far as acting, there's some people that are born to play a certain role.
Yeah.
But it's almost like American Idol. When you have people on American Idol, they go to the auditions. Oh my God, these people are amazing. They can sing all this stuff. But then when they take them through the rigors of, now you have to sing this. Now you have to sing this.
Yeah.
Now you have to change your style and do this. Then that's when you see, oh, that person's not really a good singer. They were good singing that one song. He may have been, I know how to play my uncle because of what I know from my family.
That's one way to look at it.
So now go be in a comedy, Jafar. Go be in a comedy. He may not be able to do that. So we'd have to see him do something else. I can't just automatically say he's an excellent actor. He was excellent in this part.
Yeah.
And he deserves an Oscar nomination for this. He does. He deserves an Oscar nomination for this because he embodied Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's
He
awesome.
really did. He really did. And I went in there too. I was like, man, let me see this. See what this motherfucker gonna do. Let me see how let me see. I was like, I ain't gonna like this. I ain't gonna like this at all. And by the halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, man, I think I was like, I like this movie. I like this movie. I like this movie.
In tears and everything.
Yeah, I tear maybe a little bit, and then hit the burning when the Pepsi commercial. That was rough. Watching Jafar act that out. I mean, it was dire. Like, we made fun of it and all.
Yeah, I know.
But seeing it happen where he's going, spark, and then Jerry curls. So the spark got on that Jerry curl and it went up like a nest. So he started coming down. He started coming down the stairs, and the thing is smoking. And then and Jafar, they're showing his face, and he's just in like dire distress.
Oh my gosh, I know I shouldn't be.
He's in distress, and then he starts spinning. I'm like, oh my God. And so people are coming, patting the back of the. People are coming, they're doing all this on the top of his head. They're like, Michael! Somebody came in with a fire extinguisher. And they said he almost died.
Oh crap!
It burned.
Scary.
It went all the way into like the nerves. It was terrible. It was terrible. And then Joe, what they showed in the movie, I don't know if this is accurate, but what they showed in the movie was Joe going up there and saying to the doctor's like, he's lucky to be alive. And then Joe said, well, when can he get back on stage?
Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. He said, okay, we're done. Next gig.
And then he said, Mr. Jackson, your son almost died.
That's how bad it was.
He almost died.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. But like I said, we made jokes about it and all that.
Yeah.
But it was a dire situation. It was a dire, and you saw that on Jafar's face.
Yeah.
As he was coming down the stairs. I'm like, yeah, this boy played the hell out of this role.
Oh, dude.
He played the hell out of this role.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I will watch it.
He played the hell out of that role. I was very impressed in that. And like me being a filmmaker, that's not easy to impress me with stuff. That's not, and I'm a huge critic of movies. Like when I see movies differently than other people, I look at it for structure and things like that. And him as an actor, well, in this, again, I don't know if can act in a comedy or something else, but him as an actor in this, he did a hell of a job.
Ooh, okay.
Hell of it's worth seeing just for his performance.
Okay.
It's worth seeing just for his performance. So, so the other thing I wanted to get into was this documentary that I told you to check out was called Crash on Netflix. Now, the girl's name is Mackenzie, right?
Yes, Mackenzie Cirilla.
Yes, Mackenzie Cirilla, yes. I know a lot of you guys have watched it because it's gotten pretty popular as of late. But what did you think of that documentary?
That documentary was it was wild, and I know she did that shit on purpose. You know she did that on purpose. Just and then the parents, they're just enablers. They throw the parents away. Like that's really how I feel. They got their 17-year-old daughter living with their
20-year-old dude
boyfriend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, she's doing crazy stuff. She thinks she's running the world apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And for the just that I get is like it's her way or no way type of attitude. It's like entitlement.
Yeah, and you heard that in some of the conversations she had with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
that they played where she sounded much older than 17 in some of those conversations.
Exactly.
Talking about, no, you come out the house now.
Yeah.
Or you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
What?
Right. A child, girl.
What?
Like, ain't no way, no.
Yeah.
And then just the scene, the video of her, like, taking that corner, slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And that means you were conscious. You knew what the hell you were doing. And then you just speed down 100 miles per hour on a windy road just to hit a wall. You knew what you're going to do at that point.
Yeah. My only question with that was did she plan on dying too or what?
I think she was because there's a lot of stuff that wasn't in the Netflix movie where apparently I think sometime in 2020 her parents called or something happened where they actually called the psych ward and the police. Ooh. Yeah, she was suicidal.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's documented. Yeah.
Oh boy. So they didn't show that in the doc. Okay. No. But they probably had that in court.
Yep.
They probably had that in court.
It was in the papers. And then of course when Mackenzie, she was in the hospital, the mom, she was because it was getting so much news traction.
I think when that phone call they had, was that when she was talking about Kim Kardashian?
Oh, no, that was in the jail.
It was in jail. Okay.
This is when Mackenzie was still in the hospital.
Okay.
Because the news was getting so much traction also. Mm-hmm. She started calling modeling agencies in L.A. Trying to get her a gig.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
After you just killed...
two people.
People that you supposed to care about.
Yes. But then going back to the call, the jailhouse calls were crazy. But when they're just keying, oh my God, I'm getting recognized, and then
and it's gosh, I don't know what the after watching it, I'm not. It's tough to prove that she did it on purpose. It's tough to prove, but with they're saying that the data from the car. That she floored it, never even attempted to brake. That's a problem.
Yes.
That's a problem. And my daughter, she dove deep into it. My 19-year-old, she told me last night she saw, I don't know where she saw them, but she saw the photos of the crime scene unedited.
Yeah. Oh, I know that was gruesome.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. She said the Davion, that was the mixed boy that was in the back.
Yeah.
He was in the front seat. On top of
Dom.
He was on top of Dom. Yes.
That's how hard the impact was.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get into a lot of the other gruesome stuff with that it's disturbing.
Yeah.
But he was in the front seat, and I was thinking, well, was he trying to jump up there to stop her?
Yeah, because in the documentary, they're saying actually the stick shift, it kept on going to drive to neutral, to drive. So they were trying, it seemed like who in their right mind, they're literally, there's something going on in the car at that point. If the stick shift is going from drive to neutral, back and forth. So,
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's just so tough to prove, but a lot of her behavior in looks at, I'm on the outside looking in, but it looks like a lot of her behavior and just stuff that they showed, it seems like she would be someone that would do that if again, not knowing her or knowing anything other than what I'm being shown, it looks like she would be the type of person to do that.
Yeah.
But man, I would need more stuff to connect to figure out, hey, what was going on? They're talking about, they had a toxic relationship and all of this. And then as of late, like the documentary came out and now we're seeing all of these new interviews. There's a new interview I showed you with the dad.
Yeah.
I watched a video. They had the police cam.
Mm-hmm.
They went to Dom's mom and told him that he had passed.
Mm-hmm.
She went crazy. I got to show you that. It was tough to watch because she fell out and was just screaming and screaming. And then the dad showed up. But of course, they were back east, so it was okay to be racist. So because they said, they were back there with they were there with there was some black kid. He's I don't know that black kid. Dom's dad. I don't know the black kid. So
yeah, the way they just disregarded Davian, I think his name is the friend was just so sad.
Uh-huh.
And it was just one of those things like the prosecutor put it, he was just baggage at that point. She didn't give two shits about, of course, herself, him.
Mm-hmm.
She, and I felt bad because he just wanted to ride home from whatever they're, allegedly. And he just went down with them. And then for her to think she's still going to get out and they're going to appeal it, and with the Kim Kardashian, the phone call, she was like, I want Kim Kardashian to help me. Like,
yeah. It's. I remember when it happened in 2022, but I had forgotten about it, and it was just like a headline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this girl's going. The 3 teenagers. Because at the time they said they were teenagers. I think in 2022. But I remember it, and then of course we were wrapped up in our own lives, and at that point, and so I had forgotten about it, and then until the documentary came, I'm like, oh man. This is something else.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. And then, like you said, more and more stuff is coming out.
Yeah,
so
they're doing more things. And I saw an interview today on News Nation with someone that was her inmate, or her co-inmate was in the room with her. And she said, I don't know who that was on the documentary because she didn't act like that. She said she acts like this is high school here in prison. Like she's doing all these things. She's very happy. And so I'm like, wow.
Yeah, she's apparently living life in prison. Because I know on the phone calls, the mom keeps asking, did you get your commissary? Did you get your commissary yet?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they eat good at the prison that she's at. Like, they're getting good meals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she is.
Yeah.
And then they get, I saw a picture of the prison she's at, and they have like big screen TVs.
Oh boy.
She's putting on makeup. She's actually taking selfies in there. I'm like, she don't give two shits about what happened. She's like, I want to get out. I'm ready to show the world that I could model and, be the star.
Yeah, and I thought when they came down with the ruling, when they said 15 to life, they're saying in 15 years she could be paroled.
Yeah,
and I thought that was consecutively. But apparently it's not. It's 15 years.
Yeah, it's concurrent. And I felt like the judge dropped the ball on that. She should have did it for each life that was taken.
Well, they're back east, or back south. I think it was down south.
Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like, apparently it was only one life
mattered.
So,
yeah.
Apparently, I don't know, because it was 2 people that were killed.
Yeah.
It was 2 people that were killed. So,
and she doesn't care because she even they were saying she went to a Kid Cudi concert after that.
Yeah,
she went out for Halloween
dressed as a corpse.
Yep, dressed as a corpse. It's just, because honestly, if that were to happen to anybody, like I'll just say me, and that would definitely be an accident. I would be crying. My mind would just be like, what the hell happened? I wouldn't even show my face. I would just be like, I'm gonna have to go through therapy. you know?
Yeah. I mean, and her parents.
Oh gosh.
Her parents weren't very good.
Yeah.
They weren't very good.
No.
Yeah, their parents almost reminded me of Gabby Petito.
Oh yeah.
You remember that boy?
One.
The boy. Like
yes.
I'm still looking side eye. Oh, he's dead, huh?
Yep.
Okay. He's not in Mexico somewhere, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That like his parents, they didn't care at all.
No, he was sitting there beating up that girl in their house.
I mean, they
and
didn't
just
care.
doing-
He killed her.
No,
Killed
they
her.
don't. They were trying to protect him to the last day.
Yeah, they didn't care at all.
No.
So her parents kind of reminded me of what is, I don't even remember that boy's name anymore, but I remember her, Gabby Patino, but the boyfriend, his family, they I think she wrote a note to him talking about if you buried a body, if you killed someone, I'd get the body and bury it for you.
Yep. Yeah.
What?
I'm taking your ass to jail. I'm like, I did not raise you like this. Ain't no way.
I'd be concerned you're gonna kill me.
Right.
Your ass gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail. Nah, bro. You gotta go. I can't have you in here.
I'm scared about my life.
I don't want to go to sleep.
Start sleeping with one eye open.
Yeah.
Locking the doors, cameras. Okay, I got to set up
What
camera
kind
here.
of shit is that? My kid's gonna kill somebody, and I'm gonna be like, oh, it's fine. I'm not nervous with you being here.
Right?
Hell no.
No, the trust is gone already.
Hell no.
I'm not about to know.
Hell no. I'll be like, well, what happened? Was it like self-defense? Like, no, I just killed him. Okay.
Because they made me mad.
Okay. Well, okay. That's all I need to know. I'll be back.
Let me go get some milk real quick. No kidding.
I'm coming back with SWAT. I'm coming back with the whole police force. I'll be like, they in there.
Right?
He right in there.
Oh, yeah.
He right in there.
Yep.
No, I'm not. No, because I'm concerned if you're going to kill somebody that you're supposed to be with and love,
Yeah.
you would absolutely take me out.
Yeah. No problem. No, yeah.
Absolutely take me out. So no. But her parents, and then the dad, he did some interviews with TMZ recently, I think 2 days ago at this point, where he's trying to clean it up. Oh no, I wasn't saying it was okay for her to be smoking dope and all. No, that's not what I said. He was like, well, we did so many interviews that I kind of, everything just kind of ran together, and I may have just been talking. So that's not what I was saying, but I can't stop her. That's what he said. He said, I couldn't stop her. What I'm supposed to do, lock her in her room? And then Harvey from TMZ was like, well, she's 17. How about you not let her drive the car then if you know she's driving around doing drugs?
Yeah.
How about you not let her take the car?
Exactly. Yeah, be a parent. Yeah, take that shit. Like, no.
Yeah. So the parents weren't very good. So I see where she got it from.
Well, because they allow her to get away with stuff. Like, you could tell, like, apparently, like, she yells at the parents.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she yells at them. I think they're saying, like, in the hospital room, she was telling one of the parents, get the fuck out of my room.
Oh, my God.
Yes. And they, guess what? They left.
Jesus
Left.
Christ.
Yeah, and it was just, like, some of the stuff, I'm like, the parents are enablers. And then also on the phone calls.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out on Netflix. It's called The Crash. And then I want you guys to comment what you think on some of this. Because, again, she's in prison now. But, again, I still would think that's hard to prove that she did that. But, again, you didn't press the brake. You didn't do you were going 100 miles an hour into a wall.
And actually, I recalling one of the friends, it wasn't in the Netflix documentary, said that they were on a phone call with the boyfriend previous to this crash. And she was saying that she will crash the car right now with him in it.
I believe that was Dom's uncle.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was uncle because I remember that he either texted or called his mom saying she's driving crazy.
Yeah.
And I said to myself at that time, why would you ever get back in the car with her?
For real.
If she did that once, why would you ever be in a car with her?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Yeah. I would not step foot in the car. She's just crazy. I'm surprised he didn't just break up with her. But then it looked like he really couldn't because
she wasn't gonna let him.
Yep.
She wasn't gonna let him.
She said, if no one could have you, or if I can't have you, no one can have you. That's probably what happened in the car.
Yeah, and oh boy in the back. Man, again, we'll never know what actually happened in that car. Yeah, because she won't ever say, and of course, we won't ever know that. But man,
yeah,
and I was just thinking of something. It's completely off topic, but when I was talking about, it was fine to be racist. I have a cousin that grew up in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
He's like super dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's racist against black people.
Uncle Ruckus.
It's the funniest thing.
So what?
He is racist towards black people. And then I talk to him every day. He calls me every day.
What, do you get a pass?
Oh, well, no, we every day we end up arguing over something. But we argue every day, and he doesn't think he's racist.
Oh my gosh, what are
No, he's not just, he's racist, he's misogynistic, and he's homophobic, but he says he's not, right? So, and he says he's not racist. I was like, you're racist. I can't be racist, I'm black.
Oh.
I'm like, well, you're racist toward other black people. You are. So if there's a black movie,
Okay.
he won't watch it.
What?
He said, I'm not watching that. Those aren't good.
Are you
What?
serious?
Yeah. I'm not watching that stuff.
So what does he watch?
And then if, I know it's a lot of the racist people that have problems with this, if they race swap a character. So like say
Little Mermaid.
Okay. or I think right now the Odyssey is coming out and people are mad at Lupita Nyong'o for playing she's playing, was it Helena of Troy? It's I forgot who it was.
Okay.
But she's playing a fictional character that's white in the books.
Oh, okay.
She's playing a fictional character.
Yeah.
But they cast her because she's supposed to be like the goddess and beautiful and some people have issues. Why would you cast Lupita Nyong'o as someone beautiful?
Oh,
Yeah.
she is beautiful.
People
are just
She is. So my cousin hates that. He's mad.
And he's black.
He's
oh my gosh.
He's as black as my hat. He's as black as my hat. And he hates that, but then you can't tell him that he has a lot of conservative tendencies as well, where he leans, and you tell him that, and he's like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't like them. I hate Donald Trump. Okay, fine, fine." Because he said something to me yesterday. He called me early yesterday, and we got to talking about he likes butch women.
Wait.
He likes women that are like super strong. And I looked it up. I said, man, there's a name for this. You're an androsexual. He said, no, it is. It actually is. There's something called an androsexual. You like women that are masculine.
Oh,
It's called androsexual, yeah. And I told him that. He was like, I was like, and you know what the great thing is? It's in the LGBTQ plus. It's part of the plus. It is. It's part of the plus. Yes. It's part. I say, that's your community now. No, that's not. No, that's not. That's not my community. I'm like, it is. You are an androsexual.
What did he say?
He was ready to fight. He's ready to fight me through the phone. But he said something to me yesterday that was so crazy. He said, we got to talking about WNBA women. He said, oh, man, I remember that Lisa Leslie, and there was one Australian one. They're all 7 foot tall, the super 6'9" one. He said, man, I love that. And I'm like, well, yeah, you like stronger, masculine women.
Amazon type, the Amazon.
Yeah, and
figures.
I was like, well, I was like, you're talking about these. I was like, that one's gay. That one has a wife. He said, no, they don't. No way. No way. He said, they're beautiful. I'm like, there's beautiful gay people.
Yes.
He said, no, there's
everywhere.
not.
What? Yes, there are. They're everywhere. Dude, I have a lot of gay friends. Like, no, yeah, and they could dress. They could, yes.
That's what he said. He said, no, gay people aren't beautiful. No. I'm like, yes, I told him, I said, that is the dumbest thing I've heard this week.
Yeah. Oh,
you said I was like, there's plenty of beautiful gay people. What are you talking about?
Yes.
He was like, no. You can't be gay and be beautiful. No.
So what, does he still like them? Or he's trying not to now?
I guess he's trying not to. I don't know. But just I was just thinking about that on my way over here. I'm like, I gotta tell you about my racist cousin who thinks he's not racist. but he clearly is. He won't watch anything black. He said he also told me he's never dating a black female ever again. Yeah.
Ever again.
Ever again. He said he dated some in high school, and he said, "Oh, they cheated on me. One cheated on me."
That's just one.
And so he blames all black women for that.
Oh my gosh, he's one of those.
So, yeah.
Please, I don't want to ever meet him.
I was like, do you know these white women you with, how many times they've cheated on you too? You just don't know about it?
Probably because he's all hypnotized.
What are you talking about? But he calls me every day, and I think he calls me to get to kind of gauge, because his perception of things and moral compass and are all over the place. So he kind of calls me to kind of gauge what's right and what's wrong. Yeah. He kind of calls me to just hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I'm like, yeah, that's misogynistic, man. If I just do this, I'm like, yeah, you can't do that.
I know he's probably trying to get some valid. Man, I can't do that no more. Well, maybe if I could kind of. Yeah. He's trying to find a workable way.
He said something to me. We were talking about he hates tattoos. He said, I don't want my woman to ever. If they have one tattoo, I can't mess with them. Oh, okay.
My goodness.
Okay. And he said, we were talking about, gosh, who was it? It was someone that was, oh God, what's her name? Wicked.
The one that.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah.
He said, nah, my women got to have hair. Women's supposed to have hair. They have to have hair. He said, if they don't have hair, that's a boy.
What? I'm not going to lie. I like Amber Rose. She's not, she be rocking that bald head though. That's one thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, man, that's misogynistic too.
Yes, it
is.
Yes, it is.
A female can have whatever hairstyle she wants.
So he wants to be living in the olden times. My woman needs to have
I'm like, what?
hair. She needs to do this. She needs to walk around in
no
heels.
Tattoos. No, can't have no tattoos. I'm like, oh
my dinner needs to be
God.
ready as soon as I get home.
I was like, oh my God, man. No, stop it. Just stop it, please. So, that's him. That's interesting. I wanted to tell you about that because he's a funny dude. But he calls me every morning. Calls me every morning.
So how does
every morning? That's my call.
So how does it make your day? Is it like
it's fine because we start talking about movies and TV and we argue and he calls just for the argument. I think so. He calls for the argument. So we'll get into arguments over stuff, and I'm like, "That's stupid." I was like, "You need to go see somebody." He said, "Why do I need to see somebody?" I said, "Because something's wrong with you.
He needs to see a shrink.
You need to see someone." But so he calls for that. So last topic I wanted to get into, and then we'll end it. I wanted to get into the $1.776 billion slush fund that Donald Trump and his Department of Justice have decided to give to his political people, everyone politically that align with him. So the gist of it is Donald Trump decided to sue the United States government over his tax returns getting out, which every president releases their tax returns, but his were leaked. He didn't want them leaked. They were leaked by someone. And he turned around and said, I'm suing the United States of America for, I think it was $10 billion. I believe it was 10. I believe it was 10 billion. Or was it 10 million? It was 10 billion or 10 million. He decided he was going to sue the United States government. And then what happened was he became president again. But I think it happened while he was president. He decided to sue. And we know what the plan was, which was always the plan in even Project 2025, replace all the heads of state and all the heads of each department with loyalists, with people that will do whatever he says. So, and then also I should have started with this. I'm fine with whatever political belief anybody has, but what we aren't going to do, is sit up here and lie about stuff. Yeah. We aren't going to, I'm going to look at it, I see it this way. You can have whatever political belief you want, But I need you to not have the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
If we're mad about something that Donald Trump does and you're defending it, you need to be someone that says, now what if Obama did that?
Oh, that would be a
So
wrap.
we can get along just fine if you're able to do that. If you're able to say, what if someone on the other side did that?
Mm-hmm.
We're good. We're good. You can walk around and believe whatever you want. But as long as you're able to do that and clearly say, yeah, if that person did that, I'd be pissed. So I understand you guys being pissed.
Yeah.
Or you being pissed about. Because if Joe Biden put together a slush fund to give to, let's say, black people.
Oh yeah, they will be.
Let's give black people reparations.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that? So, continue with my story. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. As long as you're able to do that, and you're not blindly in a cult and blindly just saying, I don't care what he does. It's great. It's great. Whatever he can shoot somebody like he said he can. He can shoot somebody, and I'll say it's great.
Mm-hmm.
You are in a cult if that's what you believe. If you believe he can do whatever, he could post a picture of him being Jesus, because that's never happened before. That was a doctor.
Yes.
So Obama posted pictures of him as a doctor in the same outfit. They would be flipping over tables that this man did that. So if you're able to see that, I can rock with you. If you're so in the sauce and so much in the cult that you can't see that, I don't need to talk to you. So that's where I'm at. But as far as this slush fund, he decided to go around. Well, okay. Sued the United States government, and it was going to get thrown out in court because the federal judge that heard it said, this is a conflict of interest. Mm-hmm. You're the president. You're running this. You can't sue yourself and then give yourself $10 billion.
Right.
So it was going to be thrown out. His personal lawyer, who is now running the Department of Justice, that was his personal defense lawyer. He's now running the Department of Justice. They said, okay, we made a settlement. We don't want it to go through court anymore. We made a settlement. And the settlement is we're going to put together this slush fund. And also, Donald Trump, his family, his businesses can no longer be audited for taxes or anything else. That was also in the agreement that his personal lawyer, who's now running the Department of Justice, decided to sign and say, this is going forward. We cannot mess with him about his taxes, even if his taxes he owes the United States of America. I heard somewhere that they said with this, he could have owed over $100 million in taxes.
Oh, he's trying to get out of that.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be audited anymore. And so they allowed that to happen, the Department of Justice, because it's being ran by his personal lawyer. And again, if someone on the other side put their personal lawyer in charge of the Department of Justice, the red flags would be falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
They would be falling out of the sky. So he put this together, and they've decided that they're going to give this to anyone who's quote unquote wronged by the Biden administration. They can now request some money as a payout for this. So this includes January 6ers that stormed the Capitol, beat up police officers. They can now get, and I did the math. Each January 6er can get $1.2 million.
That's insane.
Each.
Is it taxed or no?
No, tax. That's our tax money.
Yeah, see.
They're taking it out of the Treasury that has our tax money. So each January 6er can get $1.2 million. Each one that he pardoned can get that much money.
That's insane. Especially those are terrorists.
Yes, they are.
They assaulted
Yes.
police officers. They threatened
Yep.
Congress, men and women,
Yep.
just because Trump incited that riot.
Yep.
So,
So, for me, what this is, which some of you may not agree with, but this is reparations for white people.
mhm.
That's what this is. And this is Donald Trump paying his personal militia.
Yeah.
Because we're getting around that time where we have midterms.
Mhm.
Trump is at the lowest approval rating of any president in modern history. You can look it up. And he wants to hold on to power. Me and you disagree on some about him staying. We disagree on that. I think this is going further. This is pushing out to 2028 where he's going to want those people that they want to give money to do it again. He's going to want his personal militia, because that's what this is. He's paying his personal militia. Proud Boys, Oath Keepers,
White supremacy.
white supremacists, probably KKK members. They want to pay them for storming the Capitol in his name. That's what's happening. So in 2028, maybe even at midterms, because he did say during the midterm, I'm going to send an army out. What was it? I believe it was the Justice Army or whatever he called it, to polling places.
Mhm.
Along with ICE. They're going to send ICE to polling places as well, because they're going to want to scare people in certain areas from voting.
Yeah.
We don't want you voting. We don't want you voting. Hence the whole thing with the Voting Rights Act, which we're too far along in the show to get into that. But this one was more pressing right now.
Yeah.
So, again, he's paying his personal militia money to, again, do the same thing that they did for him on January 6th. So when it comes around, and in my opinion, not yours, in my opinion, when he says, I'm not leaving,
Jokingly, right?
that's what we'll have.
I know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they could change the Constitution like that. I just don't. I feel like it's going to be, he's going to go ahead and finish his last term, and he's going to be out. I mean, we're not under, well, we are under a dictatorship at this point.
We're clearly in a dictatorship.
Yeah, but then it's like, we became America leaving a king. So, so it's kind of like, what are we doing? Are we going backwards? Because now this is not America. There's a reason why it was put in place for a president to run a certain amount of years, and then Congress is the one that votes. So it's just not one person making this decision, but a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and what he's been doing is consolidating power, though. He's been like what he's doing right now is out of the Viktor Orban playbook. That's what he's doing. The dictator Viktor Orban that was in, not Venezuela. I forget where Viktor Orban was, but Viktor Orban actually just lost an election, which our government was pushing for him to continue on as the president there. So what he's doing, he's running the Viktor Orban playbook, which is consolidate power. If there's checks and balances, get rid of those people. Get rid of those. If anyone can come in and stop us from doing what we're doing, let's replace them. And his personal thing, as many black people as we can get out of the government, get them out.
Yeah.
Pete Hegseth, fire them.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. And the thing to me that's so crazy, that we have this many people willing to follow along with him.
That nobody is stopping him. That's insane.
Really crazy that this many people want a dictatorship.
Yeah.
That's the part to me is just crazy. That this many people, he was able to find this many racists to put in every position, this many misogynistic people to put in this position, and they said, Mr. Trump, whatever you want to do, we got your back.
Yeah, no.
You want Pete Hegseth, you want me to shoot Venezuelan drug boats, which were probably just fishermen? I'll kill him. You want me to kill him? Let's kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so sick.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That is scary that we have this, that the country is that damaged, that we have that many people that are willing to do this. To me, it seems like, which I may be wrong, but this is my own personal opinion. This is the consequence of having a black president.
Oh, they're trying to like get back at it.
This is the consequence of. They're like,
Yeah.
we never want that to happen again. We never ever want another black president. So this is the consequence. This is called a white lash. That's what this is, and that's what Donald Trump has been since 2016. He was a white lash.
Yeah.
And they were said these people care about that more than anything else.
Yeah.
They care about that more than democracy.
That is true. And then do you think with the elections then, are they going to rig it? Because
They've already started at rigging.
Remember what happened with the Elon Musk? That stuff started coming out. So
They've
you think they're gonna do it
already
again?
they've already started rigging with the redistricting, the Save America Act, where you gotta have a passport, you've gotta have this, and you've gotta have that, and if your last name doesn't match what's on your birth certificate, you can't vote.
Women.
So, which is women.
Women.
So they've started rigging it on so many different fronts right now already. And of course, on election night, there are going to be ICE posted at certain polling places in black and brown communities.
Yeah.
There will be. Everyone can say what they want. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
So they've decided to fight it on so many fronts, to rig these elections on so many fronts, that they're hoping. And of course, you have the classic voter suppression that I just watched a video of a woman in Texas that voted. It was the Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett election where they were voting for them and the Republicans were voting for their guys. So this woman in Texas was on social media crying. She said, I went to my polling place that I normally vote at, and I got there and they told me I couldn't vote there. This is Texas. They changed it on people that were Democrats or people in certain areas. They changed your polling place, and she said my polling place now was 5 miles away from the one that I'm closest to.
That's insane.
And then she said when I got there, there was one person and 2 kids running 2 voting machines. And that's all that was there. It was at an elementary school. They only had 2 voting machines. And they were lined up for those 2 voting machines. And she's crying, saying, this is not America.
Yeah.
She said, then you go over to the Republican places. They've got at least 30 voting machines. They're in this nice community center. Nobody has to wait in line. And this is what they were doing in Texas. So they've started doing this with the voter suppression and again, the redistricting. They can get rid of certain districts. Of course, the Democrats decided, hey, if you guys are going to do that, we're going to redistrict too. So the redistricting wars are going on.
Yeah.
But you have the voter suppression, like this woman. They changed it on them in Texas they didn't even tell them that, oh, you can't vote here.
Yeah, and see, but what can be in place, like, for them to give a time frame so people are not wasting their time going to, like, the one closest to them when they,
The thing is, though, that is a red state. That state is ran by a Republican governor. Yeah. And the Republican governor, it will just trickle down, hey, this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
This is what we want to do to the people that we know are Democrats. And the other thing...
So they could stay in office.
Yeah. So the other thing that the Trump administration has done that's gone under the radar because they've done so much shit is asking states for their voter rolls. So they've been raiding election offices, taking people's voter rolls. And on your voter rolls, what they have is your name, your number, what party you are.
That's supposed to be private.
Yes. Only states are supposed to have that information.
Right.
If you're male or female, if you're black or white, it has all of that information. And the Trump administration, this was part of Minnesota when Pam Bondi was the head of the Department of Justice. She wrote a letter to Governor Walz saying, we will take ICE out of Minnesota if you guys give us your voter rolls.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We were like, what?
You can't do that. You're
So again, it's like these people are the greatest crime syndicate that we've ever had in American history.
Yeah, it's corrupt.
This is the biggest crimes that they are a crime syndicate.
Yeah.
That's who they are.
Yeah, and I think with that, saying that with that the Slush account,
Yeah,
the
the Slush
anti-weaponization thing, you know, at the end of the day, if something were to happen where Trump has to leave, he's protected if that's signed, regardless.
Well, he's protected from the taxes.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
protected
not
from the
from
taxes.
this, though.
But I did hear that some people are going to try to fight it in court, saying this was signed by his personal lawyer.
Oh, good.
This is a conflict of interest.
Yeah, because
so this should not stand.
Yep, because I think Jasmine Crockett, she's trying to do a Stop Trump Act, push for that, and then another Republican is.
There's people.
Surprisingly,
there's people. There's two officers that were at the at 9/11. It was pretty much the same as 9/11, January 6th, that were beaten, and they've decided we're going to sue over the slush fund.
Good.
That you're giving it to people that attacked us.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're due that money.
Yeah.
So they're taking that to court.
Good.
They're taking that to court. Yeah.
Good.
So there's people in court trying to fight it, but again, the sheer numbers of people that are willing to break the law for him and to support that, we don't know what will happen because there's federal judges that are now breaking the law for him as well.
Yeah.
So again, this is how democracy dies. Hitler wasn't Hitler on day one.
Yeah. Yeah.
People allowed Hitler to do something. Oh, great. He did something else. He did something else. And by the time he got done, he was known as the most evil man in history.
Yeah.
But he was not Hitler on day one. It was allowed to happen, and no one stopped him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We need to start stopping him. But the thing is, when people try, like, if, for example, if there's, because I know there's a few Republicans who do want to go against him, and what about the repercussions they're going to receive or their families? Like, so it puts, or even with Democrats, like, it doesn't matter what party at this point that don't agree with it. Yeah. What happens to them? So.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, this is the
they're scared.
This is the dictator playbook.
Yeah.
This is the playbook of any dictator. Consolidate power, silence the media, which we've seen. We've seen all over the place media being silence the media, control media. That's how you silence it. You control media, which I've already talked about. The Ellisons buying Paramount, and now they're buying Warner Brothers, and now they're the head of CNN. So this is the dictator playbook. Yeah. And if we keep ignoring it, like it's not happening, we're going to wake up one day in a completely different world.
Yeah.
So just pay attention to it. I know a lot of people don't do politics, but again, heard someone say, if you don't do politics, politics is about to do you.
Yes.
Yeah. So pay attention to it. Read up on it. If you don't believe what I'm saying, research it yourself. That's what I tell everyone. If you think I'm saying something wrong, research it yourself. And actually do research. Look at multiple sources. Don't just go to Fox News. Don't just go to CNN. Don't just go to MSNBC. Find multiple sources. Look it up yourself. And then you'll, form your conclusion. So we're going to end the show there.
All right. Sounds good.
Julia, where can people find you?
Julia Off Script on Instagram. And then randomly Juju on TikTok.
Okay. And as far as the Might Delete Later podcast, you guys please go and follow us on social media at the Might Delete Later podcast. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Substack, Blue Sky. I think we're everywhere. So go follow us, please. All right? We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah, we go too hard, but you love that vibe, so you stay right